weird. My light just dimmed on me a little bit. Oh, it's doing it all by itself, guys. It's haunted. We got something going on. All right, welcome to live chat. Yep, all right, that's on. There we go. Right. Perfect.
Could be the outlet, or
it could
maybe
be.
that's dirty.
Oh, just lost our light, guys. Maybe if I unplug the phone here, that could be what's drawing it. Oh, I might have hit the. I hit the auto timer instead of. Okay. There we go. Tone's perfect. Nice. Hey guys, sorry we're having a little bit of a production issue here. Jamie got it fixed though. Hoorah! Thank you, Jamie. Hey friends, welcome to Talk with Matt live. This is episode 6. Kind of a cool little show that we started here on the channel. Let me plug y'all back in now that we figured out what's with the light. Let's see. So we done. There we go. Now we're going. Some reason I restarted there, guys. Make sure we're good. Hey, Gonzo. Hey, Susie. We got Sandra, Laura, Valerie, Najar Channel, Viking Woman. Hey, Viking. Mason Evans. Hey, Mason. Scott's in the house. We got Rebecca and Little Dude. Carol R. Brown. Guys, y'all are coming in faster than I can name you off. And since this show is actually recorded for later viewing, I don't want to make it just me reading off names. So I hope y'all guys are doing well. Hang on a second. The backdrop is bugging me a little bit. We're a little bit crooked right now. So let me just bring this up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, welcome to our first Talk with Matt of 2025. Can y'all guys believe this? Last year just seems like it passed so quick, huh? And a lot going on too. It's really one of those years for the record book, I feel, you know? Already we've talked to a lot of our friends who've had some personal successes in their lives, heard from a lot of people who have a lot of really cool hopes and dreams. And I hope that they all work out. You know, I really feel that when we pay attention to the past, even if it's just a past year, and apply those lessons to the next year, that things just get better and better. And nothing that lasts ever seems to come quick either. So whenever it's difficult for me to meet a goal or something, I just remind myself that slow forward motion is going to be what's most important. Now, in the next few broadcasts, we're going to do a thing of having a topic to talk about. I have a board back here that has the topic and stuff, and we're still working on getting the webcam, so we've got a little bit better of a picture, and we can use some of those really cool signs my buddy sent in for us. Right now, we're still just going kind of poor boy with it, so bear with me, guys. How are y'all doing? All right, so we've got the call-in phone. Hey, guys. Hey, Ben. How you doing? Ben says, love from Australia, man. Your videos help with my sobriety journey. Hang on. Let's come on back. Thanks. Hope you and your family have a great new year. Well, thank you, Ben. And that is so nice to hear. When I started doing this, that's all I really wanted to do. You see, I was a level 10 alcoholic and addict, really feared I was going to wind up dead in a gutter somewhere, you know? And then I went to these places where I was able to listen to these people that had these tools, and they helped me figure out the me, right? What were my own personal things and stuff. And that's why I try and share that stuff with y'all guys. So Ben, that's awesome to hear, my friend. Hoorah. Just remember, the power and the energy that has done this is inside of you, my friend. It's your own personal journey, right? So guys, I got some strong coffee. We got the phone is turned on, and if you want to call in, okay, I asked that anybody that's called in before, please refrain until the last 20 minutes of the show. At the last 20 minutes, we'll open up the phone lines for anybody. We just want to give everybody an opportunity to get to call in, get to talk a little bit. So the number is, and like I said, we're still going poor boy. This is the number. We got 1-509-429-6473. Actually, some cool news is my next paycheck, I'm going to get business cards, which could be really cool. Have the post office box and everything on. Hey, we got a caller. Okay. Hey, friend, welcome to Talk with Matt. How are you doing? What's your name?
Hey, Matt, it's Rebecca. What's your name?
Hi, Rebecca. Hey, do me a favor. Would you turn down your device? So we're getting a little bit of reverb going through.
Yeah, I just muted it.
Perfect. How's your day going? How's your 2025?
We are getting a lot of snow here, Matt.
Are you? Oh, my
It's
goodness.
heading your way.
I was going to say it started snowing just today here too. Sometime around 1 o'clock, it started coming down just these little pieces of like sleet almost, and then turned into large fluffy snow. How cold is it there?
Oh, it was 10 degrees this morning when I got up.
Whoa. Okay, that is chilly.
Oh, yeah.
How's Dean doing?
He's right here. He's kind of in and out. Dean, you want to say hi? It's Matt. Say hi.
Hi, Dean. Hi, Dean. How are you doing, my little friend?
Ask again.
That's Jamie.
Jamie's good. Hey, Jamie, you want to say hi to Dean?
I hope you're doing good.
Hi, Jamie. I'm sending you a hug.
I'm sending you hugs back.
Yeah,
So
that's all he
sweet.
wanted to say.
Everybody on chat.
Yeah, you can say hi to everybody on chat.
Hi, everybody on chat.
Isn't that sweet, guys? Dean is the little dude here, longtime viewer and one of our best friends here at the channel. He's one of them who's always here. Is he just the sweetest little guy? Dean, do you like snow? Do you like the snow outside?
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. So do y'all guys
So,
have any? Yeah, go ahead, Rebecca.
Did you see my comment last week? I did a Afghan for the Grateful Dead with the bears.
Yes.
Really colorful. And so I was on another YouTuber's channel,
Okay.
and he fell in love with that Afghan. And right now I'm making him a Joker one for his channel that
Wow.
says "We Are Legends" on it. And he saw that Grateful Dead one, and there was two YouTuber channels fighting over it. And a guy in the UK sent a $2,000 donation to the first YouTuber and wanted me to donate that Afghan to the homeless.
That's so cool, Rebecca. Wow. I didn't see that. So this is new. This must have just happened.
Yeah, that was last week.
Wow. Are you knitting right now or crocheting right now? Are you working on anything? Or is it the Joker one that you're working on
The
now?
Joker one.
Oh,
The Joker one. I just got the yarn yesterday, and I already have the We Are Legends done, and I'm just now starting on the Joker part.
how cool. That is totally cool. Are you doing like the Joker's face, or are you just doing the Joker name? How's it going to look?
Well, no, the Joker face. It's going to be bright.
Whoa. Okay, that is
Yeah.
totally cool.
I packed up 2 boxes for you today, a lot of shirts, a lot of stuff. And it's all for you, other than if it doesn't fit you, I want you to donate it to somebody that could fit it.
Very cool. I thank you so much, Rebecca, because that's what most of this is for. Is for the other people and stuff. So I thank you so much. I can definitely use a couple of them, but I've got friends around and stuff who could really use them. So a lot of it will go to them if that's okay.
Absolutely. Little dude put a couple of cans of stuff in there for you, for your camper, for your snacks and stuff for your camper. So he wanted those all to go to you.
Thank you.
And then the crochet items in there are for Jamie. You'll see when you get the box.
Okay.
It's actually 2 boxes that I'll send, and I'll try to get them out tomorrow if the roads are okay.
Cool. Absolutely. We're trying to stay off the roads right now, too. Once it gets dark, it gets pretty dang slick out there.
Oh, absolutely. Same here in Montana. We live on the plains up here, so
Yeah.
it get pretty bad.
I have heard Montana can get pretty dang cold out there. Well, you're at 10 degrees right now. So, I mean, I think you've got most of us beat. Maybe Wisconsin. They might have you beat, but I don't know,
True. And I used to live, a funny thing, I used to live in Wisconsin before
Are
I
you
moved here to
serious?
Montana.
That is so cool. How long were you there?
In Sparta, Wisconsin, I was there for, until I was 15, and I moved here to Montana, and obviously I'm 49 now, so I've been here ever since.
Okay, wow. When you said 15, I was going to say, so not very long ago.
Yeah, right.
Hoorah. Well, I'm so glad to get to talk to y'all.
Yep. All right, I just wanted to stop in and say hi, and Dean wanted to say hi to you guys, so I'll get off the phone and let other people call, okay?
Appreciate you,
Love
Rebecca. All right, we'll see you later. See you, Dean.
Yeah, see you on Saturday for Music Madness.
Ha ha. We'll see you there, Dean. All right, little dude. Bye.
Bye, guys. Love you, Jamie. Bye.
Bye.
That's so cool. All right, guys, we got another caller coming in. Hang on, let's see if I can answer it. Hey, friend, what's your name? How are you doing?
Hey, Matt, this is Todd.
Hey, Todd, how are you been?
I've been good. How you been?
Been pretty good. Yeah, New Year's was long, so I got a little bit of rest after that. But yeah, life has been all right. What you been up to lately? Or is the new year treating you well?
So far, I've been sick for the last couple of days.
Oh, is it that flu that's been going around?
Yeah, it has been.
I had that stuff like last month sometime. It was rough. Mine like packed into my head kind of. It was just almost like somebody had parked a truck on my head. Are you feeling any better?
Yeah, today I've been feeling a whole lot better after taking loads of medication,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been getting lucky.
Hey, that works. So Jamie got it. Like it put me down for like 2 weeks. So Jamie got it and had it cleared out in about 3 days. So I think it hits different people different ways.
That is true. That is very true. And Mary keeps telling me, drink plenty of orange juice, and always listening to Mary is always the best thing.
Right on. I hear you. No, for sure. Do you like orange juice? I hate it when I have to drink orange juice and like I'm not feeling it.
I don't drink it on regular occasions, but when I do, it's probably the best medication that you can ever have.
Right on. Well, it's packed full of vitamin C, and you also stay hydrated that way too. Because don't quote me, I think it has about as much hydration as water, ounce for ounce.
It probably does, you know.
I think I read that somewhere. As I always tell people whenever they hear a fact from me here on this channel, go Google it before you actually take my word for it. But I think I heard that somewhere. That yeah, it's one of the few liquids that actually has the same hydration as like regular water. Is what I've heard. Like I said. Do you have any plans for this coming year? Is there anything big you're doing, or you just kind of like leaning back and surviving?
Well, Mary and I are planning on going back to Hawaii. Yeah. I don't know when, but we want to go back as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I've been 4 times, and Mary's been 3 times.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
so you don't live there. You like to go visit Hawaii.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
My father was born in Hawaii.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
And,
neat.
It's amazing piece of property on this planet. I just love it to death.
I hear you. It's something special. I've been once. I went out. I spent about a month there. Back when the show was really going well, we took a vacation out that way. The flight is killer, but I love the little like what did they call them? Sandal communities where everybody's like they're just rocking their sandals.
Right.
What's your favorite place? What island do you like to stay on?
Oahu.
Oahu. Okay. Now I'm not familiar. Is that the party one or is that the mellow one?
That's the party one.
Okay.
And that was the island that my father was born on.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How old is your father? Is he still with you?
No, he passed away November 9th of 2015.
Oh, my condolences, Todd. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll bet it helped. Do you feel more connected with him when you're there? Is it like one of those kind of spiritual experiences for you?
Oh, very much so.
I understand.
Yeah. You know, I got something interesting to tell you.
Cool.
Maybe a month prior to my father passing away, I was visiting him, and take a guess what show he was watching.
You're kidding, really?
Yeah, Alaskan Bush People.
That's so cool. So he followed the adventures. He was there with us, huh?
Yes, he was.
That is awesome. What is his name? What was his name?
Robert.
Robert. That's a good, strong name. Actually, funny thing is, one of my favorite producers on one of, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, but his name was Robert. And so, yeah, that's kind of neat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how's Mary doing this year?
Good. Mary says hi.
Hi, Mary.
Yeah. Mary, I'll tell you, Mary adores you. She really loves you.
Aw. Well, thank you. It's good having both of y'all guys out here. Y'all are really important members of the community here. You've been here a long time. How did you find the channel?
I've been watching video clips of your show.
Okay.
And somehow I just got connected to you.
Wow.
Which I never lost you in the overall of it.
Right.
By watching Alaskan Bush People to Midnight Madness.
Okay. Totally cool. So you're madness all the way. You're one of the solid golds when it comes to Music Madness.
Oh, big time.
Totally cool, Todd. That is totally cool. I love how that kind of just developed with all of us. You know, it was something I was only going to do through the holidays. And it was y'all guys really that kept it going. And I can't believe, a full year we've been doing this. You know, it's pretty cool.
Well, I'm definitely glad that you being the oldest of the Brown children, that you have an extended family that is beyond measure.
Right on. That's why I like to call us all a community, because it really does feel like we've built like a town where we're like neighbors, kind of, you know. We get to pop in with each other every now and then and visit. And so many people here actually just legitimately care about each other. That's what I love, is watching the comments like during Music Madness. Everybody has their own little pockets of like friend groups, and you can watch them migrate from one to the next. And it's just something really special, Todd.
I agree. And you are one of those special people, and I'm saying this with all honesty and sincerity. You are the best therapist watching you and listening to you.
Man,
and
thank
you from the bottom of my heart, and so does Mary.
Man, thank you, Todd. I say, as everybody got to do the disclaimer, I'm not a therapist or a doctor or anything, guys. I don't tell anybody how to live. But I think what is neat, Todd, is that just sharing our experiences with each other, I think, is the best therapy. You know, it's like a smile can be the best medicine sometimes, you know?
True. Very true. And I remember you said last year that you would like to take classes to get more of an education.
Yes.
To be sort of like an unofficial licensed therapist. And I remember that so much.
Thank you, Todd. Yes, that I'm actually working on that now. I really want to get my counselor's license. It's not easy, but it is easier than like a therapist license and everything. Since my relapse, though, I've got to wait so that I've got a year clean or a year sober before I can actually apply. So I'm still reading. I watch a lot of lectures and stuff. And I'm trying to keep it locked in so that next year I'll be able to actually apply for my license. And I'll be able to talk more directly, too, about stuff. It's going to be neat. I can talk less in my own experience and more about like the science and stuff and feel confident about what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah, I understand.
Hoorah, Todd. Well, I'm so glad that you called in, my friend.
Me too. And I gotta strongly put it as,
yeah,
I'm very sorry for the loss of your dad.
Oh.
And I wish all of the best of health for your mom.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you so much, my friend. It is a hard loss. You know, at the same time, he was going through so many different health issues that, you know, in the end, it's better because he's not hurting anymore. You know, it's just, I do miss him, like you and your connection to your dad through Hawaii. My connection with my dad is also through the forest. And so sometimes that can remind me about him in a positive way. And then sometimes it can make me a little sad, you know. I am very thankful for the time that I had with him, though. You know how that is, I'm sure, you know.
I do. He was a special guy. I never met your dad.
Right on.
Your father, and I'll be honest, he reminds me of my father.
Wow.
He set his mind to something, and he always followed through with it.
Right on. Right on. That's how my dad was. He may not have had much, but at least he had his word, you know. And he was the one, he'd own his mistakes too. It's like none of us are perfect. And I know my dad messed up a lot, but in the end, he would always own those mistakes and try and pass on something better through them. You know, I can tell your dad must have been a good guy too. You sound really polite. I mean, everything I know about you is someone who had good parents, you know.
My parents are wonderful people, and obvious I wish that your father and my father were still here together.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Matt, I thank you very much, and I hope that at some point in time that I will be able to meet you.
That would be cool. I tell everybody, if you make it up around this way, I'll go have coffee with you. I'm not really a hangout guy, so like I always tell people, we can't go out and do s'mores or anything, but I would definitely take you to the coffee place down here and buy you a strong cup of coffee. We could hang out for a couple hours.
That works good for me. And
cool,
I hope
Todd.
At some point in time, you can come to New Hampshire.
Yes, well, that's another thing. I am still planning a road trip, and so I'm going to try and put a lot of people on that map so I can stop by and visit. I think that'd be really neat. Just park my truck in the front yard, maybe, or the driveway for like a day, and then get to know y'all guys and bounce back out on the road to the next stop.
I agree.
Cool, Todd.
Matt, can you do me a favor?
What do you need?
Can you say hi to Jamie for me?
I sure can. You can say hi to her right now. She's off screen.
Hi.
Hi, Jamie.
Hope you're having a good night.
Thank you. You take care, you guys.
Take care, Todd. See you, Mary. Thanks for being there, guys.
All right,
Bye.
bye.
A lot of good people in this world. That's what's really neat about this call-in show too, is over the I guess really the past year since I started doing the lives, I've met so many cool people, and we've built this little safe place out here on the internet. So it's really neat to get to listen to y'all's voices, to hear about your world, and your story and see how they relate. One thing that I've got from everybody who has called in so far is that we are just humans out here trying to have the best experience we can for ourselves and trying to help others with their experience simply by being polite, and kind. It's pretty cool, isn't it, guys? Okay, we got another one. It's Jenny from Australia, guys. Hang on. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, hang on, guys. We're having problems with the phone. Hang on, Jenny. If you can hear me, I'm trying to get you on speaker. Jenny, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
There we go. We got her. How are things down under, my friend?
Yeah, they're not bad. Not bad. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really good. Has it cooled off a little bit?
Yeah, I had, but it's come back. The heat's come back again now.
Oh, really?
It's going to be a hot day.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Are you feeling all right, though? I know the heat was getting to you pretty bad this last couple times you called in.
Yeah, no, not really, not now. No, it cooled off. It's hot now, today, but
Okay.
I don't feel too crazy. I'll get going with that anyway.
You what, anyway?
I'll get going.
Oh,
with it.
you'll get going. Yes, yes. Well, I know you're a hard one to keep down. That's for sure. Have you had a good day so far? How's your New Year treating you?
No, I haven't had a good day, Matt. I shouldn't have rang.
I'm sorry.
I'll get going, Matt.
I know, Jenny, you will. You're always on top of it, my friend, and because of that, when we're not doing real well, it can feel worse than it is. You know? I'm sorry.
Anyway, all right. I'll let you go. Matt.
No, we got time, Jenny. Why don't you just sit here with me for a few minutes? You want to just sit here for a couple minutes? It's all right. I'm sorry you're having a rough day. You know, those of us who were always up and bubbly and happy for others and stuff, it can really be rough when we're going through a day, you know? And it'll get better. I think it's just better to have people too. I think it's good to just sit here for a minute, you know, and just talk maybe. I'll talk to you for a minute, all right, Jenny? So today,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Today we woke up and it was kind of rainy outside, right? And then about 1 o'clock, it finally started snowing. Started coming down in this little like icy sleet at first, and then the cold wind started coming in. Finally, the snow started picking up and it started snowing like really big flakes. I'm talking like giant flakes. Started covering everything. We got a little bit of a blizzard kind of thing coming through. And it was really, really pretty. Jamie and her kids, they moved up here from California, and it doesn't snow much, hardly at all actually in California. So they've all really been wanting to see the snow. So it's so neat. I grew up in Alaska and a lot of snow and a lot of cold, and getting to watch them stand at the window with their eyes all huge, looking at the snow and then playing snowballs and everything. It's like, it was really the highlight of my day. And then I went into town. I was trying just to get out to the smoke shop. I had to grab some tobacco and everything, right? And I wound up driving through the blizzard. I'll tell you, it was wild out there for a few minutes. I don't want really summer to show up yet. You know, we didn't really get that much of a winter this year. So I'm kind of glad for it. And I'm planning my next trip to the mountain pretty soon, which will be cool.
It's good.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about anything, Jenny? Or you just want, maybe I call you back after the show, maybe. Would that be all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was going to happen.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Everybody has those down times, Jenny. You know? Let me let you go. You hang out with us for a few minutes. I'll call you back right after the show, all right?
I can't talk, mate. Okay. All right, then.
I understand,
Jenny. I just can't talk.
I got you.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. I'd give you a big hug if I could, my friend.
I'm sorry, I can't talk, man.
It's okay, Jenny. Let me let you go so that you can just relax for a couple minutes, okay? Maybe have a cup of tea and just mellow. And then I'll keep normally I cut this phone off after the broadcast. I'll keep it on for you, all right? And you can give me a call whenever you're ready, okay?
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Of course. No apologies. It's okay. Sometimes we just can't talk. Sometimes we just have to be, Jenny. Just know that all of us here in the chat, in the group, in our little community, we care about you, okay?
Thank you, man.
Of course.
Thank you.
Of course, Jenny. Thank you. Thank you for everything you bring to this community. You're always upbeat and bubbly, and you pick so many of us up. So we're here for you when you're having a hard time, okay? You're gonna be in our thoughts and our prayers, and I'll hear from you when you're feeling a little bit better, okay? We'll sit and we'll talk about drop bears and like kangaroo and what's the best part of a kangaroo, all right?
Okay. Yes,
There we go.
Thank you.
All right, Jenny. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Bye.
Aw. Jenny is one of our best friends here at the community. She's from Australia. She reminds me of like a Mad Max woman, right? She and I, we get along on a lot of different areas. We both like snake. I'm planning a trip one of these days down to Australia where I've got a lot of friends. Jenny and I, we're going to go shooting. We're going to hunt us some snakes, eat a kangaroo or something like that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I think for me, guys, I always try and remember that none of us are really super people. None of us have fallen into a vat of like toxic chemicals that have made us invincible. We don't come from another planet making this sun psych us up. You know, we're all just people, and it's okay that we go through these things. We've all got our own thing, you know? I think it's important to be able to talk to each other and stuff about it. So many people nowadays, especially younger people, are going through issues and problems that they don't have like the life experience that us who have been through it for a while have. And it's hard when we don't have anyone to talk to, when we're just lonely for the sake of loneliness. What I always try and remember though is that these times do pass, things do get better, you know, so it's going to be okay. I'll get to talk to my friend here in a little bit. You know, we'll BS. We'll talk about something fun and light, you know? All right, so we're just going to sit here for a minute, guys, and wait for the next call. Pardon me, I'm sorry. It's a little warm in here now. Oh, sorry, genius, hoorah. Jamie is my offstage producer over here. I'll get into that later. She's like, put the number up, Matt. All right, guys, so the number is 1-509-429-6473. Yep. Oh, here we go. We got somebody coming in now. Hang on, I'll try and get to it. I don't know why it's doing that. Hi, friend. Give me one moment. Oh, it cut off. Oh, hang on. Are you there? I got somebody on hold, and I just opened up another line.
Okay, that's okay.
There we go. No, I've got you. I got you. Hi, friend. How you doing? What's your name?
Oh, it's Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's just been a rough 2024 and start to 2025. My dad died in June.
I'm sorry.
It was breast cancer. He was diagnosed on a Tuesday, was put into hospice on a Thursday, and then died on a Saturday. So it was really quick. It was really fast. And Christmas, you know, it was a little difficult. My boyfriend's mom had a health issue, and basically she's going to have to be placed in a nursing home. So, I mean, I'm trying to be there as much as I can, you know, and just, you know, it just also reminds me of the experience that I had too.
Yes.
And, you know, I mean, my friends joke that I'm an orphan and, you know, can make jokes about that, but I can't make jokes with him about that.
I understand. When that's only been like 7 months, that's not much time to heal at all, especially to having our, like a reminder, like a silent reminder coming in. You know, I'm sure it's stirring up all of those feelings, and to not have the time with your dad to be able to get ready and prepare has to be terrible.
It was terrible, but it wasn't. I mean, I got a chance to say goodbye to him.
Good.
I mean, he just was, he wasn't the same after my mom died 6 years ago, and he started looking towards religion and stuff like that, which it's kind of ironic because she used to say, "You'll probably start thinking about God when I'm gone."
Oh, wow.
So that's what happened exactly, and
wow.
I'm glad he was saved before he passed away. I mean, he had such anxiety about not being a good enough Christian to, that they had to put Xanax in his medication so he would calm down towards the last days of his life.
Oh, wow.
So he was so afraid to even fall asleep because that's how my mom died. She fell asleep and had a heart attack, and that's how it happened. So, his family emergency has, me and my boyfriend had a little fight about it, but that was just, I guess sometimes family emergencies bring out the best and worst of us.
Yes, they absolutely do. Yeah. And sometimes I find that it's a safe place to, like, not mean and everything, but it can be a safe place to vent, knowing that we don't mean it, but we're able to I guess just vent around somebody that we know is going to be okay and just loves us. Like you said, it brings out the best and the worst. I'm just glad that y'all have each other still, and you have somebody that you can lean against. It's so important to have that, and it's so hard not to. Where do y'all live? You live in Idaho, right?
No, I live in Ohio.
Ohio. Okay. Wow. My dad, when my dad passed, he was, it's hard to talk about. He was afraid to go too. And sometimes, because I didn't get to say goodbye to him or anything, I was sitting on a couch watching a movie, and one of my brothers called, and I hadn't heard from anybody in a long time, and he just said, Matt, our dad passed, right? And that was really hard to take because I didn't have that time or anything, and I knew also how kind of like scared he was too. What brings me solace though is that they are at a state of peace and rest now.
Yeah, I mean, the last 12 months he was in pain.
Really.
He's been smoking since he was 14, 15, and only quit the year before. And we suspect it was lung cancer or something like that. So, I mean, I did spend time with him before he died. It was the last day he was kind of conscious. And, we held each other's hands. And, I knew the end was coming, so I told my sister that I want to, go home. So I went back to Athens, and my dad liked Ozzy Osbourne for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. and when we were planning my mom's memorial, he wanted "Mama, I'm Coming Home" by Ozzy, and we couldn't have that because it's in a church and secular music is not exactly welcome in a church.
I understand.
So when I was hanging out with my friends, like I usually do on Saturday nights, something urged me to play that song on YouTube, and I played it, and then I got the phone call that he passed away.
Wow.
Maybe that was just a little hint of one more for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got lots of friends that believe a lot of different things and everything, and I'm always kind of on the fence about stuff, right? I was a little bit skeptical and stuff sometimes, but I'm open-minded at the same time. So I think that when stuff like that happens, it's really a cool thing. When my dad passed, I was in Los Angeles, California, and when he passed, I looked at the weather and it said that it was 52 degrees all the way from Los Angeles to Northern Washington, here where I live. And it stayed that way for like 2 days. And what's funny is that my dad's birthday was 1952. So when I saw that, and like I said, I'm kind of a little bit of a skeptic, right? I kind of am. But when I saw that, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. And I was like, you know what? That's it. That would be one heck of a way that my dad would say, hey, Matt, everything is okay. You know?
Yeah, I mean, after my mom passed, the family's just been like kind of separated in their own universes, you know.
Yes.
I was, me and my sister still keep in contact. I have no idea what my brother is.
Oh.
I think he's somewhere in Ohio.
Okay. Okay.
But it's just, I'm just hoping for a better 2025.
Right on.
And, I keep praying for, my boyfriend's families. And
Yes.
everything like that.
Absolutely.
But I also came on here to thank everyone for the thoughts on the Music Madness when I told them that my boyfriend's brother's health was deteriorating.
Yes.
So I want to thank everyone for their thoughts and prayers. I mean, it's going to be a long time before we get any other news. So. Okay.
When you do, please be sure to pop in and let us know. All right, Lisa?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. And until then, just know that we all care about you and that you're a wonderful part of this little community we have. All right?
All right.
All right. Thanks for sharing, Lisa. You have a good rest of your night, my friend.
You too. Have a happy new year, too.
Happy New Year to you. It's going to get better. It's going to look up. I just know it. I can feel it, my friend.
It can't get any worse.
Hoorah. That is the right on. Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you later, Lisa. Tell your boyfriend we said hey, all right?
Okay.
All right. Bye. Yeah, sometimes we just need to share, guys. Oh, we got another caller. Hi, friend. Welcome to Talk with Matt. How are you doing? What's your name?
Hey, Matt. I just called. Listen, this is Robin. I called to say to Jenny.
Oh, cool.
To say I love you. I just called to say how much I care.
Oh.
I called to say I love you. And we mean it from the bottom
of our heart.
That's right. Jenny,
right on.
I don't know what's wrong, but I listen to you on Matt's show a lot, and I just pray for comfort for you.
Hoorah.
So our last couple of callers have been down, so I just had to brighten up the day a little.
So glad you did, Robin. Thank you so much, my friend. And everybody's throwing up hearts down here for you in the comment section. That was just so beautiful. Thank you.
All right, Matt. Y'all have a good night.
You too, Robin. We'll talk to you later, all right?
Bye-bye.
Bye. That is so cool. After this is done, I might see if I can license that song and play it at the end. Don't bet on it, guys. I probably won't be able to, but that was just so sweet, wasn't it? Yeah, we got a lot of good people out here. We sure do. Oh, here we got somebody else. Hey, friend, welcome to Talk with Matt. How are you doing? What's your name?
Hi, Matt. How are you? This is Elena.
I am good. Hello, Elena.
So my husband is here with us. His name is Jack, and we're calling from New York, Manhattan.
Oh, cool. Hi, Jack.
So, Matt, we have been following you guys since the first episode of Alaskan Bush People.
Whoa.
And we missed you when you were not there in the show.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, when your dad was not there, I was also wondering where you were, because I thought the whole family was going to come together. But life is life. So I was always thinking of you, how you were doing, and I wanted them to give us like an update on you, but, we never heard it.
No.
But I'm glad to see that you're doing really well.
Thank you, Elena. Yes, doing very well, my friend. No, how did I put it? Production is a fickle beast. I was getting sober and I was living in Los Angeles. I couldn't afford to find a way back for my dad's funeral. I was able to, one of my friends, one of the producers on the show who went to the funeral or the wake, was able to put me on Zoom. So I was able to be there digitally, which was nice. It's just, like I said, trying to get sober, trying to take care of myself, and life had just gotten really hard, But I thank you so much for being part of the adventure from the very beginning. Are you and Jack having a good, a happy new year? How's 2025?
We are. It's great in New York, and the temperature is really nice for the last couple of days. So, everything is good. I also have a question. And then when I finally found you in YouTube, I watched every episode. But there are some that I'm missing because you mentioned that you were going to do a couple of things, and I haven't seen it. You mentioned that you were going to do a zombie movie or something like that.
Yes.
And I don't think I have seen that. I don't know if I missed it or something. The other thing is you were going to do another show for how to place your camera in a certain way.
Yes.
Or to do a one-man, I don't know.
Like a one-man show. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, those are excellent questions, Elena. Thank you. The zombie movie is still in pre-production. It's turned into a Quentin Tarantino production, so it's taking years to do. I've got lots of friends here in the area who have all volunteered for it. But when things got destabilized, when I left the shop down here, everything got put on the back burner. I'm trying to kind of tweak the script a little bit. I'm hoping maybe like later this year, I might be able to film some. It's just with so much going on, it's difficult. Now I've come up with a couple more ideas for other movies that I want to do too. I'm writing one that I want it to be like a basic comedy, like a small hometown comedy kind of, where things happen like everyday things, but they're funny. And so I'm writing out the scripts to that too. And then I need to get on the one-man band for production idea too. I fell so far behind with everything that it all went by the wayside. So you haven't missed anything yet. Now there are a couple videos that I've done, particularly the ones where I had to move back to Chapaca. I was basically homeless, survived by myself for about 2 to 3 months or so. In that, I tried to give a little bit of a demonstration on where to move the camera and how. And I've even I put in the comments that for any YouTubers interested in seeing my format, they can kind of watch the video and it should give a small idea of how I do what I do. When I worked on Alaskan Bush People, I had the opportunity to work with a lot of very intelligent people who loved the art. And so they taught me about how basically a 3-camera setup runs. So the shots that you're trying to get. After leaving and starting my own thing here on YouTube, I tried to adapt where I'm getting the same shots you can with 3 cameras, but as with 1 camera, essentially. So I know big, long-winded answer, but I'm hoping, and thank you for reminding me, I'm hoping to be able to do something like that really soon.
Right. And one last request.
Yes.
Music Madness. We watch it all the time.
Cool.
Sometimes we cannot make it because it's a little, the timeline.
Yeah.
But one request that I do have, and I don't know how feasible this is, but
yeah.
My request would be if Gabe could come on the show maybe once and play.
Oh.
And it would be up to you, the choice of the song,
okay.
and him, obviously. But I don't know if it's possible, but if you can somehow, I don't know, convey the request. I did see the show when he was playing at the Grand. What was it?
Rancho Grande.
Yes. And I thought, it would be great if he can come on your Music Madness and play a couple of songs, that your audience has requested.
Yeah, that is actually a really beautiful idea, Elena. I would love to be able to do something like that. Now, the family, we've kind of all gone our separate ways, and there's issues that I don't want to talk about really on the net and all. But the next time I see him, I might run that by him and see if he would be interested. We wouldn't even have to do it like a normal broadcast. I could even just pre-record something, because he's got some really awesome original music he's written and stuff. And he and Bear are the two that I get along with the best. So I bet maybe I could get him to do that. That would be really neat.
Yes. And just so you know, whenever you see us, we sign up when you're live. We are under Jack Cohen.
Okay.
I think you have said hello a couple of times, but now that when you see us, then you'll know, know who we are. But it's great to say hello to you. Happy New Year. And Jamie, you too. You have a great heart. I appreciate your shows, your baking shows. And to the audience that you have, really nice people. It's really amazing to see you all the time. That you care about each other, and it's really nice and humbling.
Right on. Thank you, Elena. I'll tell you, you and Jack are valued members of this community too. Now that I know your handle, I do know. Yeah, y'all guys are always in here, upbeat, happy. Yeah, hoorah! Right on.
Okay, Matt. Take care.
You too.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, Jack. Bye, guys. Happy New Year. That is so neat. That is so totally neat. I see your hearts flying up down there for Jack and Elena, guys. Hoorah. Right on. All right, we got another one. Oh, hang on, friend. Give me a second. This dang phone. There we go. Hey, welcome to Talk with Matt. How are you doing? What's your name?
I'm doing fine, Matt. Robert.
Hey, Robert. How you been, my friend?
Oh, it's one of those bad days, but I feel so sorry for Jenny.
Oh, I know. Yes. What's going on with you? Why are you having a bad day?
I've had a lot go on. I'm having problems with my stepson.
Oh. That can be so hard.
Yeah, it's hard being here by myself. Diane just left here just a little bit ago.
Okay. Diane is Robert's caretaker, guys, or caregiver.
Yeah, she's the best thing in my life that ever happened to me.
Hoorah, Robert.
But I don't know what to say about Jenny. I know how she feels to a certain extent.
Yeah. It's hard, but at the same time, we all go through our own things, and it always gets better. That's the one thing that I've learned it's one of the things I've learned in recovery that I apply to everything, not just sobriety. It's that this day will pass, and tomorrow will be better. And if not, the day after that, because we have so many days in our life, and whatever is wrong, it'll either pass on its own, or we will find ourselves, maybe with the help of others, a way to get through it, to get to the other side. And Jenny's one of those people. She's very strong. She's a very powerful woman. And I know that she will get through this to the other side. And so will you, my friend. It's just another day.
I don't feel that strong like I used to, man. It's kind of hard. I don't know how to really explain it. Sometimes I just need someone to talk to, or just to listen or whatever.
Yeah.
But today's been a hard day.
I'm
and
sorry.
every time Diane leaves, I feel very sad.
I understand. I'm sorry, Robert. It's hard being alone sometimes, isn't it, my friend?
Yeah, I remember one of your episodes a while back when you were up in the mountains and your friend gave you a little bunny and it passed away.
Yes.
I have a cat that I had for a long time, and he died about a couple of months ago, and that took a lot away from me because he was always there to comfort me. He was very lovable.
Yes.
He slept with me. He knew when I was feeling bad, whatever.
Yes.
He helped a lot when my wife passed away.
I understand. They become our family. You know, they really do. And whereas family, we can bicker, fight, or argue, our pets are always there, happily forgiving us for our shortcomings and looking forward to the next time that we're just going to have fun together. So when we lose them, it can be very, very difficult. I try and always give the appropriate amount of time to mourn and then welcome another little critter into my life. You know, have you thought about that, Robert? Maybe give it a couple more months and then maybe get you a little kitten?
Well, I've got a dog, but that dog's not the same as my cat.
I hear that. Yep. Yeah, that's like my dog. I loved him. Don't get me wrong, right? But he was a little bit macho. He was hard to like cuddle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tiger was a very special cat.
Wow.
He adopted me. He was very lovable. It's like unconditional love.
I hear you, Robert. Absolutely. That's the best thing about our little animals, you know? Yeah.
I don't know a whole lot what to say this evening.
That's okay.
Want to talk a little bit too.
Absolutely.
It's very scary sometimes just sitting here trying to find things to do to keep my mind off things.
Do you craft or anything? Do you do any puzzles or anything?
I'm not good at that stuff.
Okay.
I do have a game PlayStation.
I was gonna ask if you were a gamer. Now, see, I tell people like a lot of my friends, me too. I was a game addict, right? So it's like that's why I don't really have a video game or anything right now because I will suck into it and I won't do anything else. However, a video game, if like you know we take our time and stuff and we aren't always in it, can be an excellent distraction for for when we're just down a little bit. And also, like, there are so many games out there, too, that can be either educational or mentally stimulating. Like, my dad had massive health problems towards the end, and a lot of it was due to the stress and anxiety that he felt throughout pretty much his whole life. It started causing him to have seizures, and then that started to affect his memory. So my brothers and I, and my sisters, we went out and we got him some video games and stuff that were puzzle-based, because puzzle-based games, like whether they're in the real world or they're digital, they actually help reactivate and reprogram the like memory circuits and stuff in our brain. So like that could be a very nice way to keep mentally sharp and at the same time pass a little bit of time, my friend.
Your dog that you had in Alaska, was this name Cupcake?
That was one of my dogs. Yes. Mr. Cupcake was his name. My sisters got to name him, so I had nothing to do with it. But the dog I talk about the most is the dog from my childhood. His name was Bronner. He was the same kind of dog as Mr. Cupcake, Belgium Tervuren, and he was a great protector. He was very macho. He was like a really macho bear dog. He saved my family and I numerous times. From a couple bear ambushes. So like a couple times I turned around and there was a 12-foot, 10-foot grizzly standing behind me. And the dog noticed it before I did, right? Another time my family and we were living, I call it Haines. It was actually Mosquito Lake. It was 26 miles north of Haines off the Chilkat River. And we lived about 9 miles into the woods. We went up one day to fix the water. So we had a mile worth of water pipe that came down from the creek into the house. And we went up to clear out the leaves and debris. My dad, of course, was carrying his shotgun, 870 Remington. And we got back. and there was something wrong, like the water had just plugged up again and everything. And wait, no, I'm lying. Right, my mom wanted to go up and look at the berry patch, which was only 100 yards in the other direction. It was kind of up this old road that my dad cut with the logging cat, the bulldozer. So my dad didn't even think about it. He had set the shotgun down next to the door, and we all just walked out. Well, that happened to be the time that a gigantic bull moose, I'm talking the biggest moose I've ever seen in my life, found us out there in the woods. We were only maybe football field away from the house, and the thing started chasing us. We wound up backed into a cliff. Now, we thought that we had put our dog inside, Bronner, right? In fact, though, we didn't. He had just hung back at the house. Well, we're sitting there. My dad's got a stick then this moose is trying to get in through all this brush, right? And it's coming up and stomping everything. And we're backed up against this little, like, 20-foot cliff. So there's nowhere we can go. Kids, wife, dad with the stick, the whole 9 yards, moose coming in like a Tyrannosaurus Rex to get us. All of a sudden, we heard barking and growling and like this god-awful sound. That's just like, right? It was my dog, Bronner. And he was coming up right behind this thing. They jumped up and he was just going to grab this moose and tear it to pieces. I'm talking, it's a small dog, he was a big dog, but it's a little dog compared to this moose. He jumps up flying like Superman. The moose turns around and kicks the dog, hits him hard. Moose can kick like twice as hard as a horse, right? Bronner goes flying through the air, hits the ground. He didn't even let out a whimper or a yelp. He's back on his feet again, and he decided that he was going to go in after its feet. Now, well, Bronner was used to dodging grizzly bears. I've seen him dodge swipes from grizzly bears, right? Like a boxer would or something. So that's what happens. Bronner starts boxing this thing, going for the legs and stuff. And the moose is trying to stomp him, but he's just too fast. Finally, the moose figures that this is an insane wolf, right? And turns and runs off. And that's my story of Bronner, the wonder dog. So he saved our lives that day. And I just got to say, shout out to Bronner. I didn't intend to tell you that whole story, but we got to sing the praises of our heroes. He was the kind of dog that he hit everything in life at 90 miles an hour. Everything. It's like when he was a puppy, just this little puppy, him and his sister couldn't get down. Well, his sister could walk down the stairs. It was like 5 stairs from the wheelhouse to the bottom of the boat. His sister would look at him and go, right down. Bronner, every time he tried to walk down him, he would fall. So he only tried doing that for like 3 or 4 times. Finally, he got this idea that he was going to fall anyway, so he didn't care. He'd get at the top of the stairs, and he would run with everything he had and throw himself down the stairs and all the way to the bottom. He'd get up, shake it off, and start playing with his sister. And so that cheers to my dog Bronner. And to your cat. What did you say? Tiger? Is that your cat?
Yeah, his name was Tiger.
Hoorah, Robert. Hoorah. Well, I'll tell you.
Before.
I'm sorry, you were breaking up, Robert?
The dog I have now was my wife.
Really?
And we got it before she died. And when she died, I was going to get rid of it because I had a Rottweiler I had for many years, and I didn't want another dog after that. When you started telling your story about yours, my dog saved my life several times.
Wow.
He was good, very obedient. We used to go to bike rallies a lot.
Wow.
And he never had to be on a leash, but my wife was afraid to walk around with him without the leash. But I said, you have to do that because he's a very good dog.
Okay.
He's so big and intimidating.
Oh, yes. Big dogs scare people sometimes. Are you still there, Robert?
Yeah, I'm still here, man. I'm just having a hard time.
That's all right, my friend. Hey, let me let you go because I gotta go cook here in a minute, okay? And then I'll see you on Music Madness. All right, we're gonna do Music Madness Saturday. Does that sound like a plan?
That sounds good.
Excellent, Robert. Remember, what's that?
I said never surrender, never give up.
Right on. That's exactly what I was about to say. Remember, you're a special person. Everybody is. You'll get through this. Never give up, never surrender, and I'll talk to you next time.
All right, Love you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye, Robert. Okay, guys, we are reaching. Oh, hang on. This didn't. Are we still on? There we go. Okay. Just got to make sure this is working still. Isn't this calling phone cool? Yeah. I guess we're gonna have to start signing off, guys. I've got some dinner to go be part of, friends to hang out with. We're gonna watch a movie here in a little bit, and I'm gonna think about y'all guys. You know, I know that there are quite a few people out there right now. They're having a rough time, you know. However, life will go forwards. Things will get better. You know, even the impossible things, they'll work themselves out if we just keep approaching it with faith. And I don't mean just faith that, you know, oh, as long as I have faith, everything's going to be fine. I mean the faith that if we put in the work and the time and do things the next right way, things will get better, you know. One thing I had to learn for myself is that sometimes the really hard problems, I always tried to look for a really complicated solution. And then I found that sometimes those really hard problems have simple solutions, and sometimes they don't. In the end, though, it's about doing everything that we can inside with that I will succeed mindset that'll help us get through things. So here at the end of the broadcast, I have been wanting to do a thing where I talk about something useful, something that I use during my life or during my everyday stuff. And I'm not sponsored. I'm not promoting anything that I get paid for. It's just little things and all. And before the show, I couldn't think of anything. So right now, as I'm talking to you, my brain is running out in front of me thinking, Matt, why did you start the subject if you don't have anything to show them? So I think, well, I'm torn between either my French press coffee pot or my samurai sword. So I'm going to promote both of them in a kind of a funny way. So this is a French press, guys. We have the French to thank for that. Merci and beaucoup. I know my French is terrible. I'm sorry. Please don't hold it against me. So French press coffee is really good. I like it because it allows you to get pretty much all the caffeine out of there. And you know I am a caffeine guy, right? Really easy to operate. You got 3 parts, essentially: the plunger, the top, and then the pot. You just put your coffee in there, you add hot water, and you let it sit. After a little while, you just push the plunger on down, it separates the grounds, and you get some really good zoom, right? And then on top of that, we've got, these have been around for a few thousand years, the katana. Now, a katana is good for about anything. It makes a lovely little gardening item, you know, or butcher knife. It's also good for home defense. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just running my mouth now. Guys, thanks for being there. We got Music Madness Saturday. That's going to be really cool. We're going to start probably around 10 Pacific time, play till about 2, maybe 3 in the morning, our time. For everybody over on the pond or over the other side of the pond, remember, y'all are a day ahead of us, so our Saturday is going to be your Sunday. Thanks for being there, guys. Never go up, never surrender. And remember, you're worth it. You know, you really are. Bye, guys. Oh, dang, y'all hit that like button 166 times. 67. I appreciate it so much. All right, talk to you later.